Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a preview of tomorrow afternoon's Motherwell against Celtic game. Kick-off at 3 o'clock. The game will be live on Sky Sports and is going to be the first of 4 games in 9 days for Celtic, with another game on Wednesday against Dundee, then the League Cup semi-final next Saturday, and finally the 4th game in that 9-day period will be the next Champions League game on Bonfire Night, Tuesday the 5th of November against Red Bull Leipzig at Celtic Park, where Celtic will be looking to at least get 1 point, if not 3, to add to their current 4 points in after 3 games. So today's video will be a wee analysis of Celtic's selection options for this game and the next, my predicted lineup, my predicted score, and 1 or 2 wee other issues rising from Brendan Rodgers' press conference yesterday afternoon. Before we do crack on with the video, if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do click that subscriber button. Keep the numbers pushing up nearer and nearer 1,100. If you do like the video, please do click that like button. It does help encourage YouTube to send the video and the channel to more and more Celtic fans and football fans. And comment section, as usual, open for pleasant, polite debating points, thoughts with regards to tomorrow's game against Motherwell, selection choices for Rodgers, and how you see the next 9 days and 4 games going. Brendan Rodgers at his press conference yesterday afternoon confirmed that both Cameron Carter-Vickers and Greg Taylor had been fully in training on Friday, and the plan was for them to do full training again on Saturday and then look with the club physios and medics and coaches to see how Carter-Vickers and Taylor have reacted to a couple of days of training and seeing how Cameron Carter-Vickers' pain levels are in terms of his recent prolonged toe injury. Brendan Rodgers, in essence, didn't say terribly much more in the press conference. There was quite a bit of back and forth regarding the ins and outs of the Atalanta draw, and also Rodgers was very keen to defend Arne Engels, saying that it's understandable for such a young player who is far from the finished article to have a wee bit of variability in terms of his performances, but also did state that Arne Engels was given a particular role against Atalanta to man mark Lookman, and so his ability to get forward had been a wee bit restricted by the specific role he was given for the game against Atalanta. He also was full of praise for both Austin Trusty and Liam Scales in terms of how well the two of them had defended, and I think I would fully echo that. And also Rodgers was also picking up on the fact that Austin Trusty in particular has been very good at clearing the box from balls coming in from crosses and corners, etc., and that his extra height has been useful for Celtic in central defence. Now, looking at the training pictures from the Saturday morning training session, it does look like, again, Taylor and Carter-Vickers took a full part in training. No mention yet as to whether they'll be in the team or in the squad or being rested for tomorrow's game against Motherwell. But I would not be too surprised if both of them end up on the bench for the game tomorrow at Motherwell. My predicted lineup for tomorrow's game is going to be Kasper Schmeichel in goals, Alsa Johnston at right back, Trusty at right centre back, Scales left centre back, and Alex Valley at left centre back. I think, as I said, both Taylor and Carter Vickers will be kept on the bench, and if Celtic do manage to get a couple of goals up, being brought on late in the game, maybe with 20 minutes or so to go, and then reassessing things for the game against Dundee on Wednesday. And I think the long-term plan is that Rodgers wants both Taylor and Carter Vickers back in the team for the game against Aberdeen in the League Cup semi-final next Saturday, and then the game against Leipzig a few days later on Bonfire night. I think the midfield, he'll stick with the starting three from the Atalanta game, so McGregor, Hatate and Engels lining up again, but Engels this time having a more advanced role. Out wide on the right, Nicholas Kuhn, on the left, Dyson Maida, and I think through the middle will be Adam Ida. I think he works a wee bit better in terms of how Motherwell are likely to set up. More often than not, they're setting up in a fairly defensive 5-3-2, packing defence and packing the midfield, and hoping for a breakaway type goal, and being typically difficult to break down, as was the case in the games last season. Just a wee reminder, our first game against Motherwell last season, away from home, was a 2-1 win with an added time goal by Matt O'Reilly. Then there was the very disappointing 1-1 draw at Celtic Park, where we conceded an added time equaliser, a bit of poor organisation in terms of the defence. Joe Hart getting rather blocked out when the ball was pumped into the box, and Motherwell scrambled the ball over the line for an equaliser a couple of minutes into added time. And then there was the 3-1 away win live on Sky Sports. We went 1-0 down to a first half goal by Lennon Miller. Adam Ida came on. Half time, he managed to equalise with a brilliant header from a Greg Taylor cross. Celtic huffed and puffed and tried very hard, but struggled to break Motherwell down. However, Adam Ida added a second goal 4 minutes into added time, and right at the end of 6 minutes of added time, Luis Palma added a third to guarantee the victory. I don't see the game being quite so close or dramatic tomorrow as it was those three games last season, and I'm going for a 3-0 win for Celtic tomorrow. In terms of the selection, I think Rodgers does have a couple of other options. He could start Forrest or Luis Palma out wide on the left in place of Dyson Maida. However, both Maida and Hatate looked full of energy and enthusiasm in today's training pictures, and so I suspect that Maida will be starting again on the wide left. Other options might be they could bring in Luke McCowan or Paulo Bernardo in place of Engels or Hatate, but my inclination would be that Paulo Bernardo and Luke McCowan will both be kept back to be starters on Wednesday against Dundee, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see Kyogo starting up front on Wednesday instead of Ida, and there may also be the capacity for a player such as Luis Palma or James Forrest to start in one of the wide positions. But I think the long-term goal Rodgers has is to have his best 11 available for next Saturday against Aberdeen, and similarly the best 11 available for the vital fourth Champions League game against Red Bull Leipzig on Bonfer night. And we're going to go for a 3-0 win for Celtic to put us back top of the table, leading into the Dundee match on Wednesday. No other major Celtic news at the moment, so I will be planning to do a post-match review video first thing on Monday morning, hopefully reporting on a nice comfortable Celtic victory with all the players coming through injury-free and getting some vital game time into the players who are returning from injury, and also some vital game time into some of the backup players who came off the bench to great effect against Atalanta last Wednesday. Just to finish off, if you are new to the channel and not yet subscribed, please do click that subscriber button. Even one new subscriber every day makes me so happy, so please do click that subscribe button. If you do like the video, please do click that like button. It does help YouTube no end spread the video and spread the channel to more and more Celtic fans. And comment section, as usual, open for pleasant, polite thoughts and opinions. And so, until the next video, good luck Celtic in your game against Motherwell tomorrow afternoon. Goodbye and hail, hail.